often are curious about the concertina. This is a concertina. It's what they called an aeolia. It's got a raised top here. This woodwork, this fretwork's very neatly carved. These are nickel ended. And on here, it's got a note that it's made by National Makers London. And the concertina itself, surprisingly, predates the mouth organ and the piano accordion. It was invented in England, not Europe, England, by Sir Charles Wheatstone, who was a noted inventor of all sorts of things. And he wanted to make an instrument that could be used for parlour music, for semi-classical music. And for the first 20 years of its life, there were quite a lot of classical music arrangements written for concertina and parlour orchestra. And then it really became more of a folk instrument around the 1850s. This particular concertina was built in 1905, so it's quite old. And it's got a beautiful tone to it. It's an idiophone. Did I say an aeola? No, it's not. It's an idiophone. I do have an aeola as well. It's understandable that such a light instrument could be favoured by the bushmen if they were travelling around. You could put it in your sack, saddlebag or whatever. It was used, many thousands of these concertinas were brought into Australia, although these are very expensive now. This one here is probably worth between $8,000, $9,000, believe it or not. The main system was the Anglo-German concertina because it was used for dance music, and that's a much simpler instrument that has two rows of buttons up here, and it's like a mouth organ, a different note on the push and pull. This instrument, cleverly, is chromatic, so it's very much the same as a violin. So if you want to play a scale, you go from one side and if you want to play a chord, those, say, a C chord would be C, E, and G. You press those three buttons, but you could also add up here a fifth or a seventh. Very, very clever instrument. And the tunes it makes, I think, are very beautiful.